you can't tell, I'm out of breath, but let me introduce this video. Next season of the, let me introduce this video. Welcome to the next episode of the off season. We are deep into volume from our last, excuse me. We were deep into volume, as you saw in my last video, and we're not, I wouldn't say we're feeling it, because I just did this. So, I had a double at 6.5, relatively easy. I kind of knew I was in for a day because of my last warm-up, which was 440, 200 kg, and I unracked it, felt weightless off my bar, flew. So I was like, fuck it, just jump into the 4 reds. Can't complain about that. And then Isaac prescribed me ascend to descending sets. So first set was a 7, then we got an 8, and we had a 6, which we just finished up. So it took 418 for that 8, and that shit felt good. It felt difficult, but like I said, 8s make you great. And you gotta have a different mentality to push through those volume sets of 8, no matter what lift it is, realistically. That shit drains you. So, yeah, it felt good, you know. So, I took 363 after because it was at 6. So I kind of just undershot it and just worked on everything that we still need to, you know. The biggest issue for me these days is my foot pressure and just finding the midfoot. But I think I've found what's gonna help the most with it. I'm not gonna give it away because it might work for some people, it might not work for everyone. So if you want to know what it is, then just shoot me a DM or something, whatever it is. But now we got bench. We're in for a relatively heavy day on bench as well, so we'll see what's there. We have a single at 7 to 8, and then a 4x4 at 7. So we'll see. But I'm kind of, even though I don't want to be looking into the future, and I kind of want to be focusing everything in the present and what's there, I'm looking ahead in the block, and I kind of want to save myself a little bit today, just so I'm kind of set up for a good week 4. Next week, push the body as much as we can, according to the RPE, of course. Go on vacation, rest up, come back, and run everything else. I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things when I come back from vacation that I will highlight next week, so stay tuned for that. And I kind of promised I would say what my next meet is. So my next meet that I will be competing at is Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday. I know I haven't talked on Thursday in a very, very long time, but I think today is a very important day for next week. Like I said, we want to set myself up very, 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 very accurately for next week, because next week could be monumental in a lot of ways. So, bench on Tuesday, I figured out how to kind of keep my shoulders in more and to not have, everyone kind of accuses me of having like my elbows already like halfway unlocked. So we fixed that, but we also figured out a bench. So we'll see today, because I have triples today, but I have 5 sets of 3 at 6 to 7. I'm gonna take it at the 6, just looking at next week. I'll explain it next week because I'm not gonna explain it now. Deads yesterday felt good. I didn't really want to push the double that much, but I did want to force a little bit of stimulus in terms of just adding a little bit more weight on the double. I pushed the back offs a little more. I probably should have pushed it a little bit more on the like drop downs from the back offs, but I totally so now we're gonna get into triples on bench. I don't really have a number in mind. I have a number in mind for next week, even though I really shouldn't be doing that. But it's all good because we'll see what's there. I have a feeling like it can fall. It's just not gonna fall at the RP I want. And that's kind of fine, but not fine at the same time, so we'll see. But right now, we're gonna get the fuck to it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna blow something up hopefully today. If not, I'm gonna save it all for next week. Because next week I think is very, very important. And I kind of want to like leave everything I possibly can next week on all 3 lifts before I go on vacation. That way, I kind of know coming back, the momentum we have with this coming up week is going to be huge for coming back and reloading, getting back into it, and then shooting for a meet prep. Because my next meet, like I said, is Alrighty, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to Friday SBD day as usual. Pretty good day. Already finished squats. Let's take a look. At 424 felt ridiculously easy, and it's kind of crazy to say because on Monday, as you saw, I took 418 for a set of 8 after a set of 397, so I was thinking my fatigue was going to be crazy high. I guess it's not, so we'll kind of see what happens on Monday just because we're going to be really pushing it. Yeah, and then I just took 331 for my high bar pause sets just because it was there. I didn't want to accumulate anything stupid crazy and, you know, try to go for like 352 or say. So we still got one more week to push, but we have to finish up bench. We have a 3x6, a 6 to 7, and then I have some stiff legs at I got stiff leg deadlifts, a 2x7 at 7, so we're starting to push that a little bit more here, and we'll see what we got. So let's get to bench, and then we'll catch up with you guys later because maybe it's time to actually announce my meet. So let's see. Alrighty, what's going on? As you can tell, we're a little different here. We went back to the buzz cut because I was sick and tired of my long hair and just having to deal with that, and I kind of fuck with the buzz cut and then like a whole nother level. So I'm back to that. So expect some crazy shit to happen now because the buzz cut does add a shit ton of kilos to your total. So speaking on this whole video, I've teased you guys 3 times now with my next meet and when that day is going to be. I think I'm gonna announce it next week. Just to make sure. Just to really make sure. I'm gonna announce it next week. So I apologize for kind of like blue balling you guys in a way, but it's fine. Anyway, training this week, fantastic. There's not much more to say. You kind of already heard everything, but I'm very happy with it. And this next week, like I told you, could be monumental in a lot of different ways, so just stay tuned for that. Just keep things kind of short too. When I come back on vacation, or come back from vacation rather, I'm going to be working on a lot of different things. I have 3 projects right now I'm working on. 3 projects. I'll discuss it in a later time because I want to have some momentum and know that this can actually take off and this would actually be something that can, you know, actually do well in the future. And there's a lot of things I still kind of need to put together and have a clear direction of it. But just stay tuned because they're huge. They're huge, and if this does well, I'm going to be one very happy man. So just saying that now. On top of that,
I talked about how I'm going to be changing some things when I come back from vacation. And that being said is not really anything like training wise. It's just going to be kind of like logging wise. So what I mean by that is when I come back from vacation, I'm going to be like kind of documenting more, like in a journal or something, like the day, how it was and kind of stuff. So I can kind of look back and see how I was on that day and then take that into respect of the day that I'm going to have now and all that kind of stuff. I just want to be more responsible for myself and kind of track more so my progress a little bit more than I normally am. And I think that's just going to help in general so much more. So that's kind of one of the things I'm going to change. I mean, when I come back, it's like, I think I have like 6 weeks of training, and then I have another, and then I jump right into a meet prep. So there is some time to kind of like get back in the swing of things and maybe hit some PRs before training. Load 600. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's the case. So yeah, this week 4, stay tuned because this is gonna be fucking nuts. I promise you guys that this will be something. So stay tuned. But if you like this YouTube video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Get your protein in. Never fucking settle. And I'll see you guys in the next one.